Our dish today is Mshat Koosa, which is squash fritters. Traditionally, this Palestinian dish is made with cauliflower, but it is so delicious this way, and you can use it as a filling for veggie burgers, or you can put it in a pita pocket or wrap it in a tortilla, put in some cheese and some tomatoes, and you have yourself a really tasty dinner. Or you can also serve it as an appetizer. So let's get started. We will be making the fritters with the inside of the squash that we cored for the koosa b'laban. But if you did not make that dish, it's also perfectly okay. You can use 3.5 cups of shredded Mexican squash or shredded zucchini. You will also need a 1/2 cup of flour, a 1/2 cup of finely chopped parsley, which is about a 1/2 bunch, 4 green onions finely diced, which makes about a 1/2 cup, 2 garlic cloves minced, 3 large eggs, 1 teaspoon salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of Middle Eastern 7 spice, a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. And here we have a 1/2 of a jalapeno seeded and diced. This is optional, but it will give it an extra layer of flavor and it will not make the dish spicy. And finally, we need some cooking spray to spray the pan or the griddle with once we're ready to cook. Start by shredding or finely dicing your squash or zucchinis. Here I am using leftover squash from our last dish, and if you're doing the same, you will just need to chop it really finely. My corer makes really long pieces that are large like this one, but if you are using a corer that makes it really finely, then you can skip this step. Also, if you are using fresh squash or zucchini, then you can use a grater and shred 3.5 cups. The squash or zucchinis will have to be shredded really finely so they can quickly cook. Place the shredded squash or zucchinis into a large mixing bowls. Here we have 3.5 cups. Then whisk your eggs together and add them to the squash. Next, add in the minced garlic, the diced jalapeños, the chopped parsley, the onions, the flour, and all of the seasonings and the salt. Mix all the ingredients together very well until all the flour has been moistened and everything looks like it's mixed very well together. Make sure that you scrape down the sides of the bowl to get all the flour into the mixture. Here, I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like after it's been mixed. You're looking for this consistency where it's not too liquidy, but it's also not too thick. You should be able to scoop it with a large spoon and it kind of holds on the spoon, doesn't just easily drip over. And if you need to add a little bit more flour, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons to make it a little bit thicker if needs be. Now to cook the fritters, I am going to be using a griddle here, but if you don't have a griddle, you can use a pan. My mom always used the pan when she made this. Preheat the griddle to 350 degrees or heat your pan over medium-high heat until it's hot, then lower the heat to medium. Spray your pan or griddle, and using a large spoon, start scooping the batter onto the griddle and flattening it out. You will need to cook the fritters for 3 to 4 minutes on each side or until they have a nice golden brown color and they cook all the way through. These really don't need long to cook, so as soon as they develop a golden brown color, then that means they are cooked on that side. It's been 4 minutes, so the fritters will need to be flipped over. And again, if you don't have a griddle, you can use a pan to make this. It will give you the same results. We are going to leave them for 3 minutes on the other side until they have a golden brown color. It's been cooking on the other side for 3 minutes, and as you can see here, they are nicely browned. We are going to remove them and set them aside and continue working on the rest of the batter. Now that all the fritters are ready, we're going to garnish them with a little bit of sumac and some squeeze of lemon juice. This step is optional, but the sumac gives them a lot of flavor. You can eat it with some pita bread or with some tortillas or just all on their own. These are amazing. I hope they turn out really great for you. Please let us know how you like them in the comment section. Like and subscribe.